Hello, everybody. It's Justin. There we go. Coming at the wrong time. Hopefully, I won't get in trouble. All right. Okay. So let's do all the fun things of sharing, because sharing is caring. Okay. Oh, whoops. There's an echo in here, and it's me. All right. There we go. There we go. And then we're going to post this on my page. There we go. All right. I think we shared as much as we're going to share today. Not like the stream. I'm just saying in terms of sharing. Thanks. Oh boy. All right. So now we're going to jump right into it. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I needed to make sure that my cloud data was updated from another computer. All right. Welcome all to the stream. The stream sounds like a transformer. You're like, the stream, destroy them, and then they attempt to destroy somebody. So yeah. Doesn't it sound so much worse than like you know, if you're a villain, you know, you tell someone to kill somebody, you know, kill them, you know, okay, that's a horrible thing, you know. But to destroy someone, now I know we're not necessarily talking about the context of Transformers. We're talking about just the general phrase, destroy the turtles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a lot worse because then you think of like dismemberment. Things like that, you know, it's like you think it's really horrible stuff. It is like, this is the censor. Kill them, destroy them. But somehow that passes past our little radars when we're little kids. It's like, destroy them. Oh, okay, that's acceptable. Not a big deal. Nothing wrong over here. Nothing wrong at all. Oh boy. We'll give him some nightmares. No, that's just creepy. Look at that. Just a black background with two eyes looking at you. Jeez. I think if I do this right, I'll make a really, really beautiful story. Because of just how dark it freaking gets. You know? Think about how dark the Bible gets. And how beautiful it is when God actually reconciles man back to himself through the cross. Like, it gets so dark. Even in a literal sense on the cross, you know, it's like it literally got dark. It's like the foundations of creation shook at the passing of his creator. Freaked a Roman soldier out. Like, okay, we just did something bad. Truly, this was the Son of God. You know? Like, reality itself was about to dissolve somehow, you know? I kind of believe that. I mean, it's not saying that in the scriptures. It's just kind of like, there's all this stuff that was happening, you know? Like, it's even documented events like that across the world around that time of the crucifixion. Look it up sometimes. Really, really fascinating. Like, all this crazy stuff was happening, and like, and it's like, oh wow. But things got really, really dark. Super dark. So But then now I'm thinking though is things like balance of those ideas, because you don't want to, obviously you don't want necessarily a Christian game to be too dark. But when I look at the Bible, I'm kind of like, that's a pretty dark book, just overall. That's a dark book. And I don't know how I feel about that. Not like, like the Bible is wrong or something like that, and I'm not stunned about any of those arguments. Truly not. I'm more stunned about, like, whoops. I'm more asking questions. Like, I don't know, all these interesting questions come up whenever I'm streaming. I guess it's just that much more reflective. I think I should replace those. I think I should probably replace these enemies that are associated with guilt, I think. I think this is what these guys are. And replace them with monsters that more fear driven, because I like the idea of there being more fear in her. Yeah, that makes more sense actually. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. Probably won't be streaming long today. I always say that, and then I stream for like an hour over. I guess it more depends on like if someone pops in or not. Because then it's a lot more fun. Where's it at? Sex about rejection. She doesn't really care about being rejected. Sustain isolation. Doesn't really care about that. Blah 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 blah. Shame, money. Here we go. Nightmares. Vivid nightmare. There we go. Make sure this is set up correctly. There we go. I may add this guy back, so I'll just kind of put him over here for right now. Yeah. Yeah, she's not as offended as she is scared, I think. I think a good place to be as a creator is to actually have sympathy for your characters. Because like in theater, they would always talk about making sure that you like your character, even your character you personally think is reprehensible, right? But it's not about, you know, your moral givings or misgivings or whatever, you know, about that character. It's more about the character itself. And in order to play the character sincerely and play it well, you have to actually like that character. So if like your character was like a murderer or a rapist or something like that, you know, you would still have to find something likable about that character to play them effectively. And that's what makes a good actor, right? Because it makes sense not for the world around the character, it makes sense to the character. That yes, it makes sense and there's a justifiable reason as to why this character is going around killing people. You know? Is there? No. But to the character, yeah, there totally is. Totally is. Because the character can think something along the lines of, you know, something along the lines of, well, I had everything taken from me. I had everything. My childhood was filled with all this trauma. Blah, 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 drama. And because of that, I stand vindicated for whatever I do, because no one helped me, no one saved me, and there were all the self-righteous people talk about all this stuff all the time, and where were they? They were nowhere. So, as repayment for your inaction, as repayment for you sitting around and turning up your nose at me, maybe I really am going to be the bad guy. Like, this is how, you know, this is how a lot of people think. You know? It's scary, I think, but again, that's not the point. Now, with a character like that, could you like them? You know? Those are the tougher questions. Could you like that character like that? And I think that, you know, going back to the human experience, yeah, we don't do that with necessarily, you know, like punishable crimes, but I think we do that with little things that we think aren't going to hurt us in terms of like prison time and things like that, like unforgiveness. I'm not forgiving so and so. Don't you know what they did to me? You know? Ah, Shaz butt. Let's go ahead. So maybe we can understand hurt and pain at a different level than what we really think. Because I don't know, calling someone a monster, I'm not saying that, you know, I have any sympathy for someone who commits atrocities, because we all go through trauma and drama and things like that, and not everyone, given all those things, uses that as an excuse to do something horrible. Some use that as a reason to do far better. So that's why I have no sympathy for that. But calling someone a monster doesn't really get at it. You know, you're a monster. Well, they want to be recognized as monsters. That's their goal, a lot of them. I know this because I did a lot of research on Elise, just in terms of how she would think. Just like, oh, doggone it. Just that kind of, the reasoning, you know. So everyone has a reason why they're doing something, you know. I think it's funny when people say on Facebook, you know, this happened for no reason. It's like, yeah, it was the reason. I mean, I mean, a good reason, but it was a reason. Chill. At least we know that someone's pretty self-righteous. But I think giving people who do bad things a more human characteristic gets at it better. Despite how you feel about them, it's not really the point. The point is that, like, when Trump called the guy who did a terror attack here recently, there's been so many of them, when he called him a loser, I identify way more with that. Because, you know, a monster has, like, power. Right? A monster has power. Monsters are something to be feared. To really, really be terrified of. You know, monsters are the things that go bump in the night. And Doggone it. And they just freak you out. And should I give characteristics like that over to people? What if you're just a jerk? What if you're just a chump? What if you're just a petulant child throwing a temper tantrum? A deadly one, but you know what I'm saying? So when I look at Elise, I kind of look at her like more along the lines of that, you know, like she makes these reasons that's why she's doing this, you know, but lots of people go through lots of bad things and they don't do any of the things that she's doing. So it's like, it's really out for justice, or even though we finished RPG Maker Unit House. That's awesome. Scott, you bless my heart so much. You really do. Oh yeah, I need to give you a demo of this game. Did I ever give you a demo of this game? Of a release. Did I ever give you a demo of release? Hopefully my mic's still working. Hello? Yep, Mr. Anderson. Okay. Yeah, so I remember you were asking for one, but I didn't know whether or not you were how long ago that actually was. I think I met you years ago now, but I can't remember whether or not I actually gave that to you or not. To fart around in. I want to make some more corrections to that thing, you know, especially the beginning. The beginning's like too hard. It's just a little bit too rough. But anyway, so Scott, I was ranting about darkness and how dark things should be in a Christian game, and certain character. Oh, this is the greatest song of all time. Turn it up. I'm not using any words in that song. All right. But anyway, I was just talking about, you know, yeah, just the justifiableness of things like a character actually. So like, in terms of darkness and everything in the Christian game, I was just kind of like, well, the Bible itself is very, very dark. But the overcoming is in the darkness. Overcoming the darkness is the overall theme, I think, or one of the overall themes of the Bible, right? that's what makes the cross such a triumph. It's the fact that, yeah, even this, even as bad as we behave, you know, even this, he somehow finds a way to reconcile us back to him. Extraordinary stuff, right? So I was talking about that, and I was talking about, you know, actually liking your characters and actually, you know, sympathizing with them, because sympathizing with your characters or liking your characters is a good sign that you're actually invested in your characters. So, yeah, that's. And I was just talking about Elise and whether or not she is, you know, calling her a monster or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That I think that descriptions like that dehumanize a person, and when we dehumanize a person, I don't think that we don't learn as much about ourselves as we possibly could. So I was just kind of ranting about that in particular. It's like, you're a monster. It's like, no, that person's a human. Maybe you shouldn't give so much credit over to monsters and things like that, you know? Maybe you should just, like, identify with what's actually happening. Because people have horrible lives growing up, and then they turn that life into something good. Sometimes something kind of blah. But they don't go around like hurting and killing people, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why I don't have any sympathy for said murderer or whatever it is. I don't have any sympathy for them. Because they threw the world's biggest temper tantrum. And it's like, that's kind of what I'm showing about Elise, is that you think that you're doing this because you're so righteous. But really, you've just justified murder in your head. You've justified this tantrum, this rage-filled tantrum, and you're calling it justice. You know? So I thought that'd be more interesting to explore that, you know, and not call her a monster, you know. She's just a brat. A hurt, sociopathic brat. Now that is something more interesting to kind of, you know, play with those ideas. I said that more of identifiable things. I can't identify with a monster. I can identify though being a brat. I can identify with though being throwing temper tantrums. I can identify with all those things. But, and I was saying that, you know, like Trump, for example, was so interesting. The fact that, you know, he called, I think the last terrorist that did something here, there's so many of them, he just called him a loser. He wasn't wrong, like, like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, do something constructive, jeez. Mean to me, like, shut up. Blow you all up, like, you turd. You weak turd. A weak turd. Remember when Venom says that in the movie? A turd in the wind. Yeah, that's a turd in the wind right there. Anyway, rant over about that. But Scott, how's your students doing? Or is everyone all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to learn about the video games? Let's see. Oh, whoops. Double whoops. Oh, yeah, that's not a whoops. That's not a whoops at all. Oops. That's the show. Reverse order here. Shazam! That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, tell them I said, can I borrow $5? I mean, that's what you do with people that you love, right? You ask for low sums of money. Always low sums of money. I'm always asked that about with my Sunday school kids when I had Sunday school kids. It's like, hey man, can I borrow $5? You look at me like, what's wrong with you? Oh my gosh. It's like, Mr. Justin, you're weird. I'm like, I know. I wonder how bad the delay is on this thing, because I will say things, and I know that people gotta do things, especially you, Scott. But I wonder how long the delay. I think the delay on my chat is like a minute. So, watch me work. There we go. Hallelujah. Ooh, tell me more about your mega game, dude. But yes, hallelujah. Tell me more about your mega game. 'em. Yes, Scott, tell me more about your game. Your mega game. Your game of megas. I have to be careful with the word mega because it almost sounds like I said something else. 14 to 70 players. Is it an MMO? I guess it would be an MMO. Oh, okay, cool. So like, how would you do the co-op? Guess it's online or whatever. That means you know how to do servers and stuff. And I had a buddy of mine. We had an idea on a phone to do like a quick draw kind of thing, you know, but we didn't know how to do the servers, so it died. Oh, 14 to 70 people on a board game. Well, that's a lot of sweaty people. Okay, gotcha. Not online, but it'd be a board game. Gotcha. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, I never did really get into board games too much. For whatever reason. Just, I think for me, the amount of stuff that you have to learn, like the info dump, got like super overwhelming for me, and I just want to play the game. I just want to play the game. I want to be intuitive enough to where I can just like, okay, I get it. I mean, but once you know the rules and all that type of stuff have been set up and everything, you know, I have a pretty decent time. It's just getting there. It's just like, ugh, I hate everything and everybody here, you know. Getting all salty about it. But I've also heard that if you don't have a good teacher or whatever, then that can be kind of a slog, so. LERP! Where's the board game? Where's a board game where LARPing is required, and it needs to be something more ridiculous? Like it needs to dedicate. You know, if you're gonna LARP, like let's dedicate. And I know that LARPing is pretty dedicated anyway. I'm not saying it's not. I am saying though, push it to the limit. It needs to be a LARP that pushes it to the limit, where you're actually killing nothing. Okay, so the big board games are called mega games. Okay, gotcha. I am learning something today. Oh yeah, those were kind of fun. So Alliance is, because as a Christian, I'm going to stereotype him the same way people stereotype my game, and say the Alliance is all about LARPing by holding hands and and staring into each other's eyes for prolonged periods of time. Some people say I'm a jerk, and they're probably right. My turns are 3 global events are field that require players to respond IRL. I don't know what IRL is, or I could know what IRL is, and I am just not thinking about it right now. IRL. Well, this is looking up. We have the internet here. Oh, in real life. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that sounds pretty neat. No, you're fine, dude. I looked it up real quick. Let's see. What? How? I don't think I've divulged enough for that to even happen. Oh my god, I've never been so hungry before in my life for some reason. What the heck is going on? Ooh. I might need to hop off of here and go eat. Oof. Yeah, I might need to hop off of here. I'm already skinny enough, you know what I'm saying? So probably shouldn't prolong that too much longer, huh? All of a sudden, I want to play Dust. You had to tell me more about this event of release, and after that, I'll hop off of here. So I'm fascinated to know how what you're cooking on that whole end. Y'all trip me out with that stuff, that type of stuff like that, man. Let's see here. Go. I feel like Galactus right now. I hunger! Who remembers the Silver Surfer cartoon? That thing was amazing. Especially the way he said, Shalabao. My beloved Shalabao. Was he still looking for her in the comics? I don't think he was. I don't think that's the same Silver Surfer. What released to be the Xenogears of Christian gaming. That's not too far off in a lot of ways. Hip hop Xenogears. Except God actually wins. Oh man. I was thinking about Xenogears just now. Okay, well, because I am viciously hungry right now and feeling kind of lightheaded about that, I'm gonna go ahead and tune out for this time around. Thank you always, Scott. It's always good seeing you. Always, you make the streaming less lonely because, you know, like people got stuff to do, especially in the morning. Everyone's at work or whatever, you know. But I like to get the content up as much as I can. What song is this? Oh, okay, I remember this one vaguely. But anyway, guys, I want to respond to someone that was on the Watch Me Work. So you can find me on the Watch Me Work network also. They're a really good network. So they have, when they do a live stream, they have like 4 other people there in the same room. So you're able to see, you know, pull up or see whichever ones that you actually want to see, and it's kind of neat. And then they will actually cycle you through on their Instagram for work that you've been doing or whatever, you know. So it's pretty darn cool. It's pretty darn cool. So I need to do a better job of supporting them, though. I really do, because my schedule gets wacky, and then I get wacky, and then I don't feel good about, you know, I'm always kind of flip-flopping on the schedule and everything. It's pretty whack of me. So, but Watch Me Work is awesome, and you can find a lot of content creators there, and they're all very good at what they do. Very, very good. Very good. The best. The most tremendous artists are on there, and they are the best. Believe me, it's true. It's true. Best president ever. That's what I am. Just ask me. Sorry, the best president ever. Yes. Name one better. You can't. None of them are tremendous like I am. Oh, man. What's even happening on planet Earth anymore? Alright! I will see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care of each other. Y'all take care of yourselves. But don't be consumed with others. And don't be consumed with yourself. Loves and hugs. Find out ways to support me in the links in the description below. Got Patreon for this game right here, which might be reaching some of his goals here pretty soon, so I'm pretty excited about that. Scott Jacobson, thank you so much for stopping in, and I need to be talking to you about finally coloring things. So that's going to be really exciting, and I want to make sure that that is up and ready to go. I'm going to redo some artwork and some things like that too, so I might be streaming a little bit more because I just figured out how to do the same thing on my little Surface Pro tablet. So that'd be really kind of fun to see all that fun stuff. Yeah. Let's be doing all that fun stuff. So anyway, guys, until next time, I'll see y'all later. Stay blessed and bye-bye.